Alright. I was not expecting to be coming back and doing a deck profile, but I guess this shortly after my last one, but we just got our invite from the, I don't know where the fuck it was, St. Petersburg, the St. Louis Regional that happened, what was today? The 18th, so that would have been yesterday, which was the 17th. But there was 50 something people, just shy of 160 if I'm not mistaken. And I took 23rd, it was top 24, got their invites. But it was kind of nice because it's first regional of the season, and I was playing Ancient Gears and been messing with this deck for about a month now. Shout out to Craig, just for kind of, being on the back burners and always throwing ideas back and forth. Obviously Corbin, who was playing at the YCS, I met him there and was, into it before he was, playing at the YCS, but it was kind of fun because it definitely helped, light a little bit of a fire. This deck is really awesome. We don't even have Ancient Gear statue out yet, and that's going to help quite a bit. So I've now got my invite or topped events with just actual Earth machines like Dozer Control, going second trains, which is like just trains my shit, and then now Ancient Gear. So I'm definitely we're crossing off the checklist for the Earth machine decks, which is really cool. But regardless, I did want to put up a profile. It is similar to my last one, but just to go in a little bit more in depth and then changes that I think that I would make for the upcoming season. But let's go ahead and get into it, because this one's not going to be 40 minutes long like the last one. This one's it's going to be pretty standard, but I do want to get another profile out there since it is changed up and there's some things to discuss. One Hound and the one Gizmek for the two lower end targets for urgent schedule. I still think that this is becoming more applicable with U-Bell and Nightmare Pain, and then again with all the field spells. This still a great extender, but I did not. This found itself getting cited out occasionally. This I don't think I ever cited out per se, but it could have if need be. But I think it's still too powerful with urgent. This did have some good utility, but I did find myself citing it out every once in a while. But performed well. 2 Commander. I still think that this was fine. I don't think I'd necessarily cut it down to 1, but you definitely don't need 3. 3 Tinker. This card was phenomenal. Definitely, we don't think this ratio needs to change as of right now, but this card is absolutely cracked in terms of being able to summon one from your hand or your graveyard if your opponent has a board established. The fact that we're playing Kaijus makes that very effective, but and then also his big ability to pop, like Gear Town, is just insane. That came up multiple times throughout the day yesterday. And then to follow him up, you are still playing the 3 Wyvern. Obviously, there's nothing that would change about this. This is your Stratos of the deck, and it searches you any Ancient Gear card. And then, believe it or not, the ratio is still the same, but you're playing the 2 Dark Golem and then the 1 Ancient Gear Golem. I've seen some people that have thought about taking this out. That's potential, I guess, as maybe statue comes out. Maybe we don't need it, which would be nice just to really change the consistency. But at the same point in time, he does trigger your Ancient Gear Commander, I bet. And I don't know, it's nice kind of having the extra body for fusions. I don't think I bricked on it really too much, but I could also understand, like, in the future, maybe we're able to cut this, which would seem kind of silly considering it's Ancient Gears and we're not even going to play the actual Ancient Gear Golem, but that's how it be. 3 Kaiju still. These were insane. I was able to out a lot of whack-ass cards. Oh shit, I didn't even, wait, I'll get through the deck and then I'll go over the matchups and stuff. I've got that pulled up. But just in terms of doing what Kaijus are supposed to do, no one really anticipated them. They were able to clear boards. This poor guy got beaten over all goddamn day, but that's okay. That's what he was in for. This Kaiju got ran through. But no, just in terms of, again, the ratios seemed right. Having 3, the 2 level 8s for myself or machine, everything that I kind of theorized in my last profile, more or less came to fruition. But I do like that this package inherently is able to break boards and still can synergize with the deck if need be. The only trap that we played, or hand trap, was the 3 Droll and Cockbird. Came in clutch. I decided maybe 1 or 2 copies out, depending on what the matchups were, but definitely found this card performing pretty well. I don't know if I would cut it. I don't think I would. I think that Again, whole idea is to make your opponent set up a suboptimal board, and this definitely forces your opponent to more times than not do that. In some matchups, it doesn't even affect them, but other matchups, yes, definitely hurt. The Ritual Beast player that I played in the last round, shout out, Edwin was his name, super awesome guy, but very horrified to play Ritual Beast in the finals, but that's what we had to do, and the dual Mockbird hurt him a lot, so we were able to capitalize and win game 1. Alright, spells. 2 Gear Tone. I've seen a lot of lists that play 3. I don't have 3, but it could be bumped to 3. The way that it works with Catapult's also insane. Being able to pop 2 monsters, or summon 2 monsters, is a very, very nasty way to get your turn started without even dropping your normal summon. But again, I definitely don't, you would not play less than 1. There's so many times that you pop the first one, and then just even having the second one to get a play starter going is nice. So at least 2, maximum 3. 3 Fortress, there's a reason this card's like $25-30 right now. This is what allows your deck to play through everything, so do not play less than 3. 3 Ancient Gear Advance, starter of the deck, and then allows you to draw a card midway through combo if you need to clear your field to make room for Catapult. Also just allowing you to drop a Ancient Gear from hand. That came up once while you're extending through, but definitely you can't play less than 3. In my opinion. Catapult card's insane still. The Graveyard Effect is really nice too. If you can set up a board and just pitch it with Golem and still use its Graveyard Effect to be able to destroy it, make a token, keep extending. So I don't know if I would really change that part. 3 Urgent Schedule. Again, guys, it's very similar to my last profile, but I just more so wanted to reiterate that it does work now. But that the Urgent Schedule was phenomenal. I think every time that it resolves, you're more or less winning. I don't think there's anything that should really be said about that. The card does what it do. 3 Kaiju Slumber. This card, I think, I didn't ever get to use its Graveyard Effect to ban it, maybe one time, but unfortunately that never came up as spicy as it is. But there was a duel against a Vanquish Soul Mimighoul, which was round 3, where he had set 3 monsters on my side of the field and given himself 2 monsters for his board, and I topped out Kaiju Slumber, activated that, and it was a whole lot of nothing from there. So Slumber, very nice. It's easy to side out 1 or 2 as well, depending on like if you don't know if you're going first or second, but you still want to have the 1. Big recommend. We are playing the 3 Droplet. Oh my god, this kills me. I have my 3rd one coming in the mail, but 3 Forbidden Droplet. This card, fucking MVP. It does so much with this deck in terms of synergy. I had one of my opponents activate Forbidden Droplets on me, chained my own Forbidden Droplets, so my shit resolved, and I was able to negate his monster, push through, and win. So, nothing to be said. Forbidden Droplets. For the 1-ofs, Called by Duster and the Fusion. Duster, yes, card was just cracked all day, even if it went 1 for 1. I think I was able to, my round 8 in game 2, I hit his steeds, even though he didn't have anything, so even if he top decked a Ritual Monster, he wouldn't be able to come back. So I don't know, like, it's just too good not to play going second. This could theoretically be cut, I guess. I don't know if it came up too much, but also the fact that, like, if you activate your Ancient Gear, like, you just want your shit to be able to resolve until you get Fortress. So I think it's, like, worth playing if it means that you can get to Fortress or protect your plays so that you can, like, you only get 1 shot to really OTK. So if you can, guarantee that it goes through, I don't know why not. Ancient Gear Fusion, fucking insane. You could play more than 1, I guess, but 1 did just fine for me. I was able to search it against Memento player round 5 in time, and he passed with like 30 seconds left. I got into my main phase and I was able to search this with advance, activated it, and with the board that I had set up, and made Howitzer and was able to burn with like in time. So which, again, cards cracked because it can send from deck and whatnot, but the fact that you can, oh my god, the fact that we had to do that was nasty. And then again, the 1 duel. That is a 43 card main, if I'm not mistaken. Shit, I don't even remember if it's 43 or I'm sorry, 43 or 42. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 43. Extra deck. Two Ballista. Second one definitely comes up. so no less than 2. There's a reason it's $22 right now, but in terms of OTKing, you have to play it. 1 SP came up, I think once or twice, but just in terms of generic removal, yep. Clear 4 Genius. I might have attempted to make this once, but I don't think it came in to play too much. But shout out to, whatever his name was, that taught me the spicy play with this in Draco Sack. I'm excited to try that. 1 Nightmare Phoenix, this came in I think once or twice, but I think you still need to play it for back row removal. 1 Apollosa, I did not make this bitch once, but that's okay, because she was still there. So if you wanted to replace her with something, be my guest. For the fusions, 1, 1, 1, 1. Never touch the board, touch the board 1. No, actually, I think, no. Yeah, just 1 time to burn for game. Fucking was all over the place. This dude got some miles in. He put in work. So this, obviously, this is only your summoning with fusion more times than not. But yeah, he probably won me most of my games. And then he touched the board a few times. He fucked up some Tenpai players for Shao. XYZ's lineup is still the same. Got used, and got used one. I think I used all these actually 1 time. This was awesome. Whenever it came up, I was able to clear Nightmare Pain. I think I drew with him and not needing to use his double attack. I think I used him twice, to be completely fair. This came up, which was sick, because I set up an insane board for defense, and then Zeus was also cool, because attacked over, clear board with, or clear back row tornado, attacked over something, and I remember slapping on Zeus, and he's like, holy shit, he's like, they did not expect either of those cards. So, I don't know, the extra deck is definitely just utility, but in terms of, like, it was actually nice to, yeah, the only thing I think I didn't use were effectively maybe, yeah, these 3, which he's not, I mean, not mandatory, but it's nice just to have the option. Apollosa is probably going to get banned, so we can replace her with something else regardless. But the fact is that I think I did pretty good of job of like getting the ratios, or like actually having like utility in the extra deck, which is what you want. 15 in the side. All right, so shout out to Crackerjack, not for the nibs, but for the Charmies. This card is fucking dope. I will probably main this at my next event, just to, since I have my invite now, I can kind of get a little bit more creative. But yeah, I'm definitely maining this. I think it's going to be really good. I guess it would, no matter what event I'm at. But every time I drew and resolved this, I mean, I think the most I drew was maybe 2 or 3 cards once. But again, with a deck that's, only needs a couple cards to pop off, it was definitely, it performed very well. This is what I'm trying to say there. 2 Skill Drain. I know it hurts because it's not a 3 in the side deck, but this is what absolutely won me my last game against Ritual Beast. I was able to set up, I made Zeus and used it to clear his board, and I had Skill Drain set with the Ancient Gear Trap. And once I flipped over Skill Drain, he just unfortunately he couldn't really out it. All of his monsters were too little of a level. And then I think he outed my Zeus somehow. And then I top decked a Kaiju. No, he didn't get rid of my Zeus. I gave him a Kaiju over his fusion, and it was Gamma Seal. And so he couldn't even like tag it. It was really cool. So we definitely, Kaijus were so clutch, can't explain. But Skill Drain also got us there. Power Filter, this is for the U-Bell matchup. I definitely think that this is worth playing. I cited it in once, I did not see it, but I think that it's justifiable. 3 Cosmic, fuck yeah, this card. So Craig, good shit on this call, because this was absolutely the move. It came up a couple times, but whenever you see it, just going 1-for-1 for back row, being able to clear it. D-Barrier was a card that we were messing around with, but now Cosmic 100%. 3 Heat Wave, this card I never really cited in. I don't know, maybe I cited it in once. I think I did once or twice, but no, it was only 1 time. Probably gonna swap this for Spooky Dogwood. Fuck losing in time, I lost 2 of my matches in time, and it was just because of how the rules are set up, which is just dumb as shit, but it do be like that. Point is that I think that Spooky Dogwood would be a lot more effective, especially with just how the time rules are worded right now. So I think everything else here would be fine. You could swap, I guess, I don't know if you wanted to fit in another power filter or skill drain, that's fine, but I think that that's okay. I really wish I had 3 skill drain on the side though, but yeah, I think that these will be dogwoods at the next event just because I had more games going to the 40-minute frame than I'd like to admit, and I hate losing in time. So we're gonna do everything we can to circumnavigate around that shit moving forward. But guys, no, I guess that does wrap it up. That is the side, or I guess the whole deck. But again, 23rd place out of 150 something people. So not quite top 8 or anything, but again, we did secure our invite to nationals with Ancient Gear. And again, it's just very fun to be able to say that you did well with the rogue deck. So shout out to everyone that I've met there. I don't know why I'm ending this fucking profile so quickly. I got my matchups to go over real quick. Round 1, I had Tenpai Duelist. We had a draw. That was kind of a fucked way to end our match, but he was super chill about it, so he was cool. Round 2, had a Ubel Fiendsmith player. It was kind of an awkward, weird match. Vibes were off by the end of it, but it's all good. It's a card game. But that was one of my 2 L's, which was an L in itself. Round 3, Vanquish Soul Mimighoul. Dude was super cool, but that was my first win of the day. So by round 3, I was 1-1-1. Round 4, my opponent knew that I was playing Ancient Gear, so he didn't even show up. So we got a nice no-show. Round 5, I played against Avento Fiendsmith and got a win. That was I don't remember if we went to, I think we went to game 3. That was we went to game 3. I almost played through 8 negates. He had a Apollosa for 4, and then the trap card with 4 negates on it, and I got him down to 1 negate. I knew I was going to lose, but I wanted to see how far I could push through, and then I burned him in time. Horus Thunder Dragon, that was Brandon, whatever his name was, but it was chill, but he definitely, I don't know, man, he looked at the clock with 7 or 8 minutes left. He's like, I can cook for a few minutes, and then he burned me for 12 and then passed with 30 seconds left, and that's life. So that was a fun way to take the L. Round 6, round 7, Ubel Fiendsmith, that was a dub. The guy was chill. And then round 8, he was probably hands down my favorite opponent I played all day. This guy was super cool. His name is Edwin, but again, he was playing Ritual Beast, and very, very nice guy. But I was very horrified to play Ritual Beast round 8, but we ended up 2-0ing. So matchups throughout the day were all over the place. Not a single Snake Eye to actually, now that I'm looking at it, I did not see a single Snake Eye card. It was all, Ubel Fiendsmith, but other than that, it was kind of a pretty good diverse showing of decks. But again, guys, that is the deck profile. I really appreciate, just kind of seeing the support for Ancient Gears. It's a really fun deck, and again, I'm very excited to get the new support. Might dabble with Mermills once that comes out, just to, switch it up a smidge. But now the deck is fucking fun. Don't open up like this. It's trash. This is actually the type of shit that I'd be opening. You still gotta win with. You'll figure it out. But anyways, guys, thank you very much. That is the deck, and I will see you all in the next video.